it's Natasha and welcome to week 8 of the CSA. Can you believe it? We've made it halfway through the season already, and it's amazing how many different things are coming in. So let me tell you a little bit about this week's box. Looks a little different. We have a lot of different things happening, so I want to take you for a tour. So first off, we are really excited about welcoming some of the sweet corn. Now, we haven't ventured into sweet corn yet, but we do have a really great friend in Big Rock, Phillips Family Farm, who's been growing sweet corn for years, and so we do get our corn from them. We usually do a couple of weeks of the white sweet corn. So as you can see, it's beautiful and pearly white, which is something you don't see every day. They grow sweet corn and do many different crops of it. So we'll be bringing back sweet corn another time during the CSA in the future weeks. So I will tell you, if you've never had raw sweet corn, it's wonderful. Just eat it the way it is. You don't have to cook it. It's so delicious. I love doing that. You can even cut the kernels off and add them to a salad or top like a soup or something like that, but I love it. Now, if you are going to cook it, don't cook it very long. Just, maybe 3-4 minutes in the boiling water. Get that water up to a boil and then drop your ears in there and just let them kind of bubble and flip in the water. And then I just like a little bit of butter on mine, but of course salt, pepper, all the seasonings, but it is so delicious. And if you have any left, trust me, it's hard to save some to keep, but it's really wonderful because it freezes deliciously. So you cook it, you put it in a bag, and you freeze it, and it's so great. So the sweet corn is not organically grown, it is conventional, but it's actually picked the same day that you get your box delivered. And we have been using the same sweet corn grower for years and years and years, and so I hope you get to enjoy that. Maybe one of these days we'll venture into sweet corn, but we just haven't quite had the acreage and the experimentation yet on growing that. So sweet corn, yay! We've got lots of different squashes coming in. So if you've got these little patty pan squashes, they're like a zucchini, but they're just a cute shape. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll take and slice them in half. So I've got 2 halves, and then I'll grill them. Just a slight grill. I'm not a fan of overcooking zucchini and summer squash. I like it to be a little al dente, a little bit of crisp to it. So I love grilling it. You can saute it. I actually love when I can get these guys picked when they're really tiny, and then they are skewer size, which is really fun. But I will warn you, this week we had a little explosion in the garden, so we have some big things. So we have a lot of zucchini. So folks, I'm sorry, I try to really aim for small zucchini, but this week it just exploded. We found a new crop that we had not been checking on because it wasn't quite ready, and guess what? It was ready. So you might have gotten some big daddies in here. So this week is your week. Grate it up. You can make zucchini fritters, you can make zucchini pancakes, you can make zucchini bread, zucchini muffins, zucchini cake. I have a great chocolate zucchini cake recipe that we actually prefer over regular cake. You can grate it and freeze it. I also love adding grated zucchini to tomato sauce. I feel like it really kind of sweetens the tomato sauce. Also, have you made a zucchini boat before? These are extremely fun to make. You cut them lengthwise, and then you hollow out, and all that hollow stuff you take and chop up, and you do this when it's raw, and then you can fill it with what you want, top it with cheese, bake it, and you have just a wonderful little zucchini boat. And whether you go Mexican or Italian or Greek, there's so many different fillings that you can do with that. So some of these larger ones, yes, they're a little bit larger, but there's plenty of great things you can do with it. And believe me, our management of the zucchini is now getting a little more under control this week. Also, likewise, cucumbers, my goodness. Went out there and picked about 10 buckets of cucumbers. They've really started. So if you got some bigger cucumbers, don't worry, you can peel them if you'd like, but you can also just cut them in half and then scoop out the seeds. Sometimes the bottom here gets a little bit more seedy, and so what I do is I scoop the seeds out and then I chop it up. Tastes like a cucumber, perfect. I'm just not a big fan of those seeds. So you can always just scoop the seeds out, and if you happen to have a chicken nearby, they love slurping up those seeds. But the cucumbers really came in a hurry this week, and so you got a lot of cucumbers. So we'll be featuring some cucumber recipes, but definitely try a cucumber salad, Italian dressing, a little bit of, chopped up onion, tomato, pepper, carrots, all the different vegetables in there, and that is delicious and will, you know, definitely be a nice cooling thing for this heat in the week that we have up ahead. So lots of great cucumbers, beans. Oh my gosh, I feel like this week all we've done is just pick massive amounts of like 5 or 6 things. So beans, we have our second crop of beans coming in. I have to just say, God bless these amazing girls who work so hard in the garden. Our team of women is incredible, and they've been picking about 5 buckets of beans every 2 days. So I really have to say bravo, good job. With my back hurting these last couple of weeks, I haven't been able to do as much, and we've had a lot of crops kind of come on board, so they've been really pulling their weight. But these beans are just so gorgeous and so delicious. And if you, again, have extra beans, just cook them slightly, put them on a cookie sheet, and then put them in a bag when they're frozen, and you can use them anytime you want. And I love doing just a sauteed bean, frozen bean, in the middle of winter. It tastes so good. Okay, we have a couple different kinds of chives here. The flat chives are garlic chives. The rounded chives are regular. You can chop them up together. You can use them separate. Use the chives like you would any scallion or onion. Add it fresh at the very end of cooking, or on a salad or on a soup or garnish or whatnot. Here's a good idea. Farmer Jonathan loves his cucumber sandwiches. So get yourself some little rye bread rounds. You're gonna be like feeling like you're here for a tea party, and cut yourself some cucumber slices. Make yourself an herbed chive cream cheese. Just whip up that cream cheese and add some seasonings and chives. Make yourself some fun little cucumber sandwiches, and they're so fresh and so light and wonderful with a nice hot week ahead. They're a great little snack, and they make you feel like you're having a dainty little tea party. All right, so the peppers have been very slow in coming, but we did pick a few bell peppers just starting out this week. I don't know why they're so weird looking. To me, they seem very pointed, but they smell really fresh and peppery. So hopefully the peppers will pick up. Peter Piper picking up pecks of peppers. We're looking forward to that real soon. But we just wanted to give you a little sneak peek preview with the peppers. And onions, we've now transitioned. You can see how different the onions look. We've transitioned away from the tops, and they are on their process of drying out. So these guys, you know, give them a little bit of time to dry out. They're still a little bit, you know, developing a skin on them, but once they dry out, you can store them long term. Right now we have all of our onions. I'll post a picture on our social media. All of our onions of these 2 varieties. We have 4 varieties that are ready right now, but these 2 varieties, we picked them on Monday. We put them into the barn on hay racks and are letting them dry. All right, last but not least, let's see, what have we got? A couple more things. We've got basil. Now, we did have a little bit of a mix-up, and Wednesday's people might be getting Italian basil and cinnamon basil. Monday's people might be getting Thai basil. At any rate, they're all delicious and all the different things. And remember to store those in a jar. They'll keep a lot fresher for you. And last but not least, Cylindra beets. So these are actually meant to be a cylinder. No, we did not pick them immaturely before they turned into a bulb. They're meant to be a cylinder. So these are actually really a wonderful variety for canning and cooking, because they are so easy, right shape and everything. And so we grew those. We haven't done those in a while, so I am kind of enjoying the different variety. Of course, those beautiful tops you can definitely cook and use. And yeah, lots of wonderful flavor, colors, and textures this week. So I hope that you try some new things like a zucchini boat and some, you know, garlic chive, whipped cream cheese spread, and some fun things like that this week as you're cooking. And as always, share your recipes. We love to hear about them. And have a wonderful week cooking. We'll see you next week. Bye.